Oh, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a project that's for my wife. I was going to go ahead and make an axe mask for this True Temper wood slasher cruiser. Hey buddy, sit. Good boy, stay. I was going to make a axe mask for my 1,000 follower giveaway, this True Temper wood slasher cruiser. But I'm 42 followers away from 1,000. So this is going to be put on hold, and I'm going to make the perfect end table. My wife and I are on the road again, and in a trailer. In this particular trailer, there's no cup holders or anything, no place for her to set her phone or drink next to the little couch. So we have basically our slide, right? Excuse the drawing. We've moved the couch all the way over to this wall, and she wants me to make a little end table to put in between the couch and the slide wall. Her idea, she said, just make it simple. And her idea of simple is just basically a 20 by 20 inch square. Now, she might as well have just asked me to use pocket holes or something. I don't know, or screws. I can't do that. I have got to challenge myself. So what my plan is to scrap her idea. It's cool. She doesn't watch my channel. She thinks I talk too much. She'll never see this. And the reason I'm wanting to challenge myself is, well, that's how we learn. So I'm going to try and make an end table that is 20. And I want to have inset legs, and then a brace down at the bottom, another shelf. It's not going to be very usable because of where it's located, but on the end table, this is going to be the view looking at it long ways. I'm going to come up and then over. This is drastic. And then have the shelf in here somewhere. And I'm going to try to make it nice. And that's why I'm calling it the perfect end table, is because I'm going to learn something new. And if she likes it, she's not going to go out and buy something else. So it's a win-win. It's completely perfect. I'm going to give y'all a quick look around at my tiny little shop. I don't have a bandsaw. I don't have a table saw. All I've got is some hand tools. I barely even have room to work, let alone film. And then, of course, everything behind me. So this is going to be a challenge. Very, very tiny space to work in. But if I can pull this off, that means any of y'all can do it. The lumber that I'm using is this 4/4 piece of hickory that I was going to use for axe handles. And I'll still have some left over to make a few. But it's got knots in it. And I was going to cut around those for the axe handles. But my wife likes the character that it has, so I'm going to try to do something special with that. Go ahead and get started measuring stuff out. Well, it looks like I've run into my very first issue. I'll let y'all see what I'm talking about. What I'm hoping to do on this project for the legs is do a mortise and tenon. I could come back behind this knot and make that joinery here, but that's inset further than I want it to be. I want it to be more around this area. I don't want too much of an overhang, but this knot has got me perplexed. I think that I'm going to have to go ahead and stabilize that knot. I'd planned on doing anyways with some epoxy and some paint to give it a little bit of color. But let me talk to my shop foreman, see what he thinks. Hey, Remy, come here. Hey, buddy, I need your opinion on something. Yeah, what are you thinking about it? Think I should epoxy it to stabilize it? Well, you don't care? Hey, do you not care about Mom's project? Next time you come into the shop, mister, you better be more helpful. You're so cute. Sit. Sit. Good boy. That's such a good boy. All right, come here. Come here. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. I'm glad you're in the shop with me. Oh, yeah, I'm so glad you're on the road with me again. All right, let's go down. Hopefully I've got enough epoxy. Oh, yeah, that's enough. Probably too much. It is what it is. Got some new paint. Put some paint in it. And I think mixing the paint with this is probably going to cause it to take longer to dry. And it's not going to be the exact color, I don't think, as what I had mixed up. But still going to give it a little decorative look. Yeah, that epoxy is not acting like it normally does. And I've mixed epoxy with paint before, so this stuff just might be old. I'm trying to get it smashed down in there as good as possible for now. Yeah, I'm not liking how that's working. Right now, I'm working on the two legs. I'm just planing them same thickness, and then I'll flatten the surfaces of them like I did the top piece. The next step in my process is to go ahead and cut this out for the tenon. This angle here is the angle that I'm wanting the leg to be tapered in. I don't trust myself enough with a saw to make this cut, so I'm going to use tools that I'm already comfortable with, like a draw knife, and then I'll come back with a plane and smooth it out. You know what? Actually, no, there's another tool that I just got that I haven't had a chance to use. I'm going to try this wooden spoke shave. I have never used it, so I'm going to start off with this and see how it works. I am not messed with this spoke shave ever before, so it's not working the way I think it would. I'm gonna put it aside and work with something that I know that I'm halfway decent with. All right, I want to revisit this paint and epoxy. I do think that the epoxy that I was using before was old because it was kind of bubbly and cloudy, but I also think that I used way too much paint. So we're going to do it again. Doesn't take much paint. I put way too much in last time. Let's get some epoxy pushed out. I got to fill a pretty large void. Oh, that's a lot. So that's a lot of epoxy right there. It is not going to take very much paint at all, if I can get this thing open, to tint that. I said the last time I did use way too much. All I've done is just dipped a toothpick in some paint. Not much on that at all. And let's go to stirring and mixing this up. I did have to reapply the epoxy to the other spot just because there was some voids in it. And the second time that I did it, I just used enough paint on a toothpick to mix it up, and it dried much quicker. This is I think it was 30-minute setup time or working time, but the first time I mixed it up, it took probably 30 hours for it to completely dry. And I think it's because I used way too much paint. But this little bit of paint here should not make a horrible difference in dry time. It will extend the dry time, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure there's epoxies that are appropriate for this application. I'm not a woodworker, so I don't know what they are, like Total Boat, or I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments. But so far, this has worked just fine. I do have tape on the back side, so it doesn't drain all the way down to the table and stick to the table. And hopefully I've got enough. There's a pretty large void. Yeah, I may not have enough. We'll see. But I'll come back. I'm just filling this in. I'll come back when it's dry and we'll take a look at it. All right, I have everything dry fit. I know it looks odd. It's tall but narrow, but because of the space that it's going in, that's what we needed. So everything's dry fit. It's fitting nicely. I'm going to go ahead and glue it up. Well, what do you think, buddy? What do you think about the project, huh? Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. All right, buddy. Come here. You want to be a good boy? Sit. Hey, sit. Good boy. You be a good boy because there are a lot of beautiful and wonderful women that watch this channel just because of you. Yeah, thanks a lot. No, we appreciate y'all. So, hey, we're going to get this oiled up and we're going to get a better look at it. So, appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's take a good look at this. Um, hmm. All right, let's take a better look at this. I like it. So I'm actually really pleased at how the end table turned out, and I think my wife's going to love it. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Let me know what y'all think about the project down in the comments. And for the next video, and I'm really close to 1,000 followers, I'm going to do that leather axe mask for the 1,000 follower giveaway. So stay tuned, and y'all have a beautiful day. Hey, buddy. Sit, sit, sit. Good boy. You are a mess. You're going to get a bath this weekend. Hey, should I tell the good people at home that I've never made a piece of furniture in my life? Yeah, I think they'll figure it out. Come on, let's go. Good boy. Good boy.